has had his mind on throughout the week. Good morning, Robert.
A lovely morning to you, Julie. I love you. Thank you very much for waking up with us this lovely Friday. It is time to, you see, it's just morning, but of course, if you want to enjoy any day, you must have the vibe as the day starts. And of course, it's the end of the month.
Is it?
So,
End of the week.
not end of the week. This is the first week.
Of August.
Of
Second
August.
week.
Almost, yeah, second
week. Yeah, first week.
So people are not yet that very, very broke, I must say. That's the point I wanted to drive at. That people are not yet that very broke.
With
Because
this economy,
when it comes to mid-month, you don't tell people things of happening. Mid-month, don't bother.
Right.
But around these first 1-2 weeks, they can still, and you can see when you move out, Julie, you can see how crowds are there in those places.
One thing for sure is that Ugandans will always tell you that we do not have the money, but when something is to take place, an event of some sort, or even if you just attend the nightlife, you will know how much Ugandans.
You've just reminded me of a friend of mine I call the rich poor.
Oh, wow.
Because this young man, you see him in every bar, ever drinking, ever happy, but doesn't have money.
Oh, God.
So he mastered the art of befriending people.
How long is he sustaining that?
He's done that, I think, for the last 5 years. That's why I even called him a friend of mine. He will be a friend to anybody in the bar. He has Kabozi, he will give you. So at the end of the day, you see his bottle is finished. Of course, for us, we don't drink, but his bottle is finished and he's looking at you. And he doesn't look, but there is a way he has some, would I call it favor or what? That you're forced. Now, after giving you Kibozi, take a bottle or two, you run to another person. And the night ends, he has various drinks, sometimes those expensive bottles, as someone is going home, he retains it.
Oh, well, not so sure how sustainable that is, 5 years, yes, but how...
I call him the rich poor.
How many years after
He's
the
very
5
interesting.
years? Anyways, let's look at what you've been having your eye on throughout the week.
Well, this week I've not had good stories.
Yeah.
My eye has been so much on 2 incidents to begin with. One, the death of the young man who drowned in Seta High. I've been following the burial, the messages said, activities that unfolded. I was listening to the father who said, my son could not have drowned in water, spent the whole night in water, and then when he was brought, his body, like it has not changed, or like a person who drowns, there is a way the body turns out too. And then also, but also the other side, what police is saying. So I've been following that, but I've also keenly been following what happened at Desta Junior School in Machindi, where we had 2 children die as they were returning from Kasese, from Machindi to Kasese at 4 a.m. They had an accident. And I've been following closely what is being done. Is this going to die a natural death? And I must say I've not heard of any meaningful action. Now, yesterday also news came out. That is where I saw Sandra Teta. Now, this is the wife to Wizo Manizo, also, that is actually Douglas Mayanja, known as Wizo Manizo. Now, it is alleged that these two picked a quarrel at home. Now, when they picked a quarrel, that the artist chased the wife and the children. Now, it is said, according to some information we've gotten, that the lady went to her in-laws and they told her, go and settle those things with your husband. Now, she came back home, found the man continued abusing and assaulting her, according to the sources who have gotten this information from. Now, he went to a bar, and that is Chan's Bar in Munyonyo. So the lady also followed, sometimes followed, and when she reached there, it's eyewitnesses say the young man continued doing the same thing, and the lady, because she had the car, hit him. It is said 3 times, but of course, these are all now scanty information, and we've not obtained what her statement at police says. So his leg got multiple fractures, and he's hospitalized in Nsambya Hospital. The first hospital where they took him, at clinic said, no, please take to a hospital. We continue to pray for him, but something, I'm sorry, what I'm going to say.
Right, what's that?
For this particular couple, the lady, we've had media reports how she has been being battered,
Beaten by Douglas.
and all this, and we've left it at that. What she did was very wrong, and I'm not being a divorce advocate, but because it has happened to a man or a celebrity, I see how we are all condemning this lady. Some have even now begun a tribe like this when they get annoyed with this. But where were you? Where were we all when this lady would present herself with bruises, with beatings? You know, when are we going to move away from this? The man has a right. I'm a man, but the man has a right to do whatever he does, and we blame it on the woman. Oh, we don't take abasajja bakuba abakazi. I know when your wife is a celebrity, you know they use this, they use this. Now here it is, we are all out and condemning the lady. Yes, it is a criminal act she did, but I'm not saying beating Alma is not a criminal act. But you're all in arms, you know, because of this, because of that. Why couldn't she just walk away? Women have walked away, you know. I find it a shame in the 21st century that this is how we look. We still look at a woman and don't stand out for her. But when it comes for a man, we stand out broadly without any shame, forgetting that we don't have the moral authority, because if we didn't take action then, why do we take action now and condemn now?
That is society for you. Its systems are quite patriarchal sometimes, and if you do not have a group of men especially who speak what is right and who are in to protect the women, it's all in shambles. That's why I always say that the reality is you can't trust a human being, not any human being. The only being that you can't trust is the Lord who created you, because he gives you wisdom to take action on the to take the right action on matters that are sometimes conflicting. Where you find yourself at crossroads, he gives you the right path. So his word says. Anyways, that's a sad story. We'll continue to follow it. Let's have a look at what is on the local scene.
We begin with the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, led by the chairperson, Mwanga Chivumbi, who paid a courtesy visit to LDC main campus at Makerere University to review the findings from the Auditor General's report for the financial year 2023-2024. The report revealed that LDC spent 100 million shillings on a dinner venue, 77 million on branding and photography, and 199 million on reception area renovations, among other expenses that drawn sharp criticism from committee members. Park grilled LDC leadership over what they described as abnormal expenditures, which caused the institution to exceed its approved budget. In his defense, the former accounting officer of the LDC claimed he was not consulted by the Auditor General during the audit process. However, he attempted to address the raised concerns. Despite his explanation, the committee members expressed disappointment in the performance of LDC's procurement team, internal audit department, and other key units, labeling them as incompetent. Following the engagement, the park members toured LDC premises, expecting the 2.5 billion shilling publishing machine and the contested land belonging to LDC. What an expenditure. Uganda has been tipped to become the global champion on migration-related matters by the United Nations International Organization for Migration, IOM. This was revealed by the IOM Director Pearl Letjet during a meeting with Uganda's Prime Minister Robert Nabanja on the sideline of the United Nations Conference on Landlocked Developing Countries in Awezi. The globally Uganda stands out for its hospitality towards refugees, currently hosting nearly 2 million thanks to the progressive refugee policy. The recognition by the IOM positions Uganda to play a leading role in global migration advocacy. Despite Uganda's openness to refugees from countries like South Sudan and the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Prime Minister informed IOM that support from development partners has significantly reduced, making it harder to manage the influx. Nabanja also commended IOM for the repatriation of Ugandan students stranded in Iran during the recent conflict. The UN further plans to propose a policy to reduce remittance charges globally, allowing governments to impose small fees for charitable purposes. Uganda currently receives about 1.5 billion US dollars every year in remittances. The Electoral Commission has revised its roadmap for the 2025-2026 general elections. Aspiring candidates for all positions, including the presidency, can begin picking nomination forms on the 11th of this very month. The Electoral Commission announced the changes to nomination dates for local government positions, previously scheduled for 3rd to 12th September. According to the chairperson, Justice Simon Byabakama, the nominations for district chairpersons, Lord Mayors and councillors will be held on the 3rd to 5th of September, while municipalities and division chairperson will be held between the 8th and 10th of September. Nomination for members of parliament is now set for the 15th to 16th of October. Presidential aspirants will pick forms on the 11th of August and submit required supporting signatures by the 23rd and 24th of September. Justice Byabakama emphasized that voter verification in 2026 will be strictly biometric. And winding up the local stories this morning, the NRM Electoral Commission chairperson, Dr. Tango Doi, has summoned all aspirants contesting for positions of the Central Executive Committee for a harmonization meeting on Tuesday, the 12th of August 2025, ahead of their election. The Commission has also announced that the party primaries for local council 3 and council positions will be held on the 14th of August. The NRM Electoral Commission chairperson, Dr. Tango Doi, confirmed that voting will all be held for special groups representatives on the same day. He further revealed that the electoral process for SEC aspirants, except for the party chairperson, have been summoned for a meeting. While addressing journalists, Dr. Tango Doi provided updates on the work of the NRM Electoral Tribunal. He warned that registrars found to have mismanaged the electoral process face dismissal. The Commission is ready to conduct fresh elections where the Tribunal recommends so. Among those celebrating is Ruth Rujoki, whose July 17th victory from Kiruhura District Woman Member of Parliament was upheld. Dr. Tango Doi also issued a strong warning to individuals undermining his leadership and that of the Commission. Very interesting stories, but one of them is the expenditure of the LDC here. 77 million on branding and photography, 190 million on reception renovation area, and 100 million for a dinner venue. Why? Dinner venue at 100 million.
A venue?
Yes.
Here in Uganda? Wow.
Take us through what the rest of the world has
Before we
for us.
look at what is on the foreign scene, be reminded that Chan is still on, and today, the Friday, the 8th of August 2025, Uganda and Guinea will be taking each other on at 8 p.m. But the game before that will be Algeria and South Africa. But be reminded that you do not have to miss out on any of these games, especially if you cannot make it to Nambole National Stadium. You can simply watch UBC TV. Join the conversation online as well. Hashtag Chan 2024 and hashtag We Are Cranes, as well as hashtag Uganda Cranes. All games, all Chan games will be broadcast live on UBC TV, always here to inspire you. Now, moving on to what we have on the foreign scene, looking at the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who said that Israel intends to take control of all Gaza Strip. Now, ahead of key meetings where ministers are now deciding whether to take such a move, Netanyahu affirmed the intention in an interview with Fox News. Hamas responded by warning that the plan meant Netanyahu was willing to sacrifice the remaining Israeli hostages in Gaza to serve his personal interests. The UN has warned that a complete military takeover would risk catastrophic consequences for Palestinian civilians and Israeli hostages. The UK's ambassador to Israel has said it would be a huge mistake. However, US Ambassador Mike Huckabee said it was up to the Israeli side to decide whether to annex Gaza, adding in an interview with the BBC's US partner CBS that Palestinians should not be forced out. Israeli media says that Netanyahu sees taking over Gaza as the only way to destroy Hamas and free hostages still held by the group following the breakdown of ceasefire talks. Reports, though, say that the head of the military and some ministers disagree. In its statement on Thursday evening, Hamas said Netanyahu was continuing his approach of genocide and displacement. Now moving on, Japan's Toyota Motor said on Thursday that it expected a profit hit of nearly $10 billion from U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs on cars imported into the U.S., and the highest such estimate yet by any company. The world's top-selling car maker also cut by 16% its forecast for full-year operating profit, reflecting challenges for global manufacturers grappling with rising costs from U.S. levies on cars, parts, steel, and aluminium. It's honestly very difficult for us to predict what will happen regarding the market environment, Takanori Azuma, Toyota's head of finance, said at a briefing, vowing to keep making cars for U.S. customers regardless of the tariff impact. Azuma said that 1.4 trillion yen, that is about $9.5 billion estimate, also includes the fallout suppliers are facing, particularly those in the U.S. importing parts from Japan, though he declined to say how much of the total was attributable to that. Rivals have reported smaller tariff hits so far. GM has projected one of $4 billion to $5 billion for the year, while Ford expects a $3 billion hit to full-year gross revenues. And Jeep maker Stellantis said tariffs were expected to add $1.7 billion in expenses for the year. Now onto the continent. South Africa's state prosecutor has officially withdrawn charges against one of the farm workers accused of killing 2 black women and feeding their bodies to pigs. Adrian DeWitt was one of the 3 men facing murder charges after Maria McGatto, who was 45 years old, and Lucian Glovu, who was 34 years, were killed while allegedly looking for food on a pig farm near Polokwane in South Africa's northern Limpopo province last year. Their bodies were alleged to have been given to the animals in an apparent attempt to dispose of the evidence. Mr. DeWitt, who was 20 years, turned state witness when the trial started on Monday and said farm owner Zachariah Johans Olivia shot and killed the 2 women. Mr. DeWitt, a supervisor on the farm, testified and will testify that he was under duress when he was forced to throw their bodies into the pig enclosure. Now, according to both the prosecution and his lawyer, this is what is stated. William Musora, who is 50 years, another farm worker, is the 3rd accused. He and Mr. Olivia, who is 60, are yet to enter a plea and remain behind bars. Mr. DeWitt's lawyers say he has truthfully disclosed what transpired on the night of Miss McGatto and Miss Glovu's death in August 2024. Such a sad story. How heartless can one be to do the unimaginable? Anyways, Robert, what do we have in the dailies today?
I'll begin with a new vision this
Right.
morning, where we have nomination dates for members of parliament, local council candidates, and have been changed. That is by the Electoral Commission. EC adjusts 2026 poll roadmap And Busoga government to buy sugar factory for farmers. Some good news there. Then poverty fight, leaders need to do more. Coming winners, how NRM tribunal ruled in 45 petitions. Now also we have UECDL lists major achievements, and Church of Uganda to pay pension for priests and workers. Now I quickly move to the Daily Monitor this morning, and it's the Friday Extra, where we have save your nudes, guys, share nudeless instead. We have she quit her human resource job for woodworks and has no regrets. Well, millennials need to chill. These and more are the stories. You'll get a copy and get the details of them.
Very interesting story from the Daily Monitor, that one. Save your nudes and share noodles instead. Yeah, I know, right? Share noodles. They are tastier and easy to feed
Which
on.
generation are you?
What do you mean?
Because there's a certain generation
Right.
that what they prefer is what our generation was disgusting.
And that is nudes?
Yes.
Oh, well, my body is the temple of Jesus Christ.
And you see
I
what
treasure it
happens
that much.
when the abnormal takes over.
Right.
The normal becomes abnormal.
I'd
Now
rather-
it is normal when these things are out. I remember reading a number of comments on X,
Okay.
also reading some on TikTok, reading various social media platforms when some news of someone had come out, and people were like, no, these things people do, it's just that this man is irresponsible. We've
Oh,
normalized certain things, Judy, and now for you, when you come out and condemn them, you're abnormal. Like, but you know, these are things everybody does in the first place.
Oh, well.
We all take nudes and share them when we are in love, but it's just that someone becomes very irresponsible and posts them, but who has never done it?
Please share noodles. They are tastier, they are cheaper at that. At least a pack is 1,000 or 1,200. And you can enjoy a meal out of noodles and not tears out of your nudes. Anyways, looking at what we have in the Daily Nation. The Daily Nation has a headline there. Governors reject e-citizen systems for country funds. That is the headline there. And overhaul Treasury says the reforms will curb wastage and improve revenue collection. Now, also in matters immigration, Kenya loses fight to block Canada from deporting her family. Who is being talked about? That is a story in the Daily Nation. And in matters education, teachers warn state over medical scheme. And inside Ruto, Raila road to 2027 pre-poll coalition pact. Also in there is a picture of the 2024 Chan 10-man Harambee Stars draw with Angola. That is in the Daily Nation. Looking at the Citizen, Ndugai, a legacy of power, reform, and political paradox. The former Speaker of the National Assembly, who died on Wednesday, is remembered not only for his long public service, but also his complex and at times contentious role in shaping the country's legislature and its landscape. And in there is ACT set to shake up presidential races in 2025 general election. Also, why government is seeking bulk procurement of cooking gas. Also, in there is a story of youth-led study aims for solutions to key social issues. And at the top there, Tanzanian national named AFDB chief information officer, and matters national transport. 99 buses arrived for BRT phase 2 operations. Now, looking at what we have in the Gazette today, 8th August, it's definitely the contents on their table of contents. And quickly moving to the General Notice Marriage Act, where a place of celebration of marriage is recognized. And the church is SDA Chamkona Church, and it's an Adventist denomination. The village is Chamkona, and the parish is Nabikakala West Division Sub-County, and the county is Mubende Municipality. The district is Mubende, and it's given under the arm of Professor Ephraim Kamuntu, Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. as of the 25th day of February 2020. And another marriage act taking note of a place of celebration of marriage. The church is Holy Gospel Church Ndeje. It's of the born again denomination, and the village is Ruga, parish Ndeje ward, sub-county Ndeje division, and the country is Uganda. District is Wakiso, and it's given under the arm of Honorable Norbert Mao, who is the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs as of the 19th day of June 2025. And another place of worship to be recognized as a place of celebration of marriage. The church is Chimaka Faith Fellowship Ministries International Limited, and it's of born again denomination. And the village Nalufenya parish, Nalufenya parish, sub-county Mpumu division, county Jinja City, district Jinja, and it's under the hand of Honorable Norbert Mao, Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs as of the 25th day of June 2025. And that brings us to the end of what we have in the dailies today. Good Morning Uganda does continue. Let's have a short break with some music and we'll be back for more. It's a Friday, so expect a lot of entertainment content in there. Stick around.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this
Good morning. It's a Friday, time to listen up and look forward to the weekend. Now, I must talk about the music. It's been as if the throwback Thursday for me mostly, because man, that music. But thank you so much for joining. We are coming to you live from Nile Avenue. This is UBC TV, always here to inspire you. It is Good Morning Uganda. My name is Julie Nantaba Monsisi. Now, the week has been quite calm, if you ask me, but why not also look into what Robert has had his mind on throughout the week? Good morning, Robert.
A lovely morning to you, Julie. I love you. Thank you very much for waking up with us this lovely Friday. It is time to, you see, it's just morning. But of course, if you want to enjoy any day, you must have the vibe as the day starts. And of course, it's the end of the month.
Is it?
So kind of, not end of the week. This is the first week.
Of August. Second week.
Yeah, second week.
Yeah, first week.
So people are not yet that very, very broke, I must say. That's the point I wanted to drive at. That people are not yet that very broke. Because when it comes to mid-month, you don't tell people things of happening. Mid-month, don't bother.
Right.
But around these first 1-2 weeks, they can still, and you can see when you move out, Julie, you can see how crowds are there in those places.
One thing for sure is that Ugandans will always tell you that we do not have the money, but when something is to take place, an event of some sort, or even if you just attend the nightlife, you will know how much Ugandans
You've just reminded me of a friend of mine I call the rich poor.
Oh, wow.
Because this young man, you see him in every bar, ever drinking, ever happy, but doesn't have money.
Oh, God.
So he mastered the art of befriending people.
How long is he sustaining that?
He's done that, I think, for the last 5 years. That's why I even called him a friend of mine. He will be a friend to anybody in the bar. He has Kebi, Kabozi, he will give you, so at the end of the day, you see his bottle is finished. Of course, for us, we don't drink, but his bottle is finished and he's looking at you. And he doesn't look, but there is a way he has some, would I call it favor or what? That you're forced. Now, after giving you Kibozi, take a bottle or two, he'll run to another person. And the night ends, he has various drinks, sometimes those expensive bottles, as someone is going home, he retains it.
Oh, you know, not so sure how sustainable that is. 5 years, yes, but how...
I call him the rich poor.
How many years after the 5 years?
He's very interesting.
Anyways, let's look at what you've been having your eye on throughout the week.
Well, this week I've not had good stories.
Yeah.
My eye has been so much on 2 incidents. To begin with, one, the death of the young man who drowned in Seta High. I've been following the burial, the messages said, activities that unfolded. I was listening to the father who said, my son could not have drowned in water spent the whole night in the water, and then when he was brought, his body, like, it has not changed, or, you know, like a person who drowns, there is a way the body turns out too. And then also, but also the other side, what police is saying. So I've been following that, but I've also keenly been following what happened at Desta Junior School in Machindi, where we had 2 children die.
The Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
My friend Baka was found to be positive for Mpox at his old age. He needs our prayers. By the way, Timo, did you know that Mpox-related deaths occur among people with underlying conditions like HIV/AIDS, diabetes, malnutrition, and other old age-related illnesses?
Of late, I've not been following Mpox issues. I thought it wasn't that serious. So, are you saying that as long as one has any underlying condition and feels unwell, just run to the hospital?
Yes! You do not have to wait. If you have any of the signs and symptoms like a body rash, a fever, headache, and body weakness, visit your nearest health facility immediately. We do not have to take any chances, my brother.
We need to immediately inform our peers in the club to be careful.
You see, with Mpox, the magic is in getting treatment early. Those who have suffered severe disease, they wasted a lot of time either treating themselves or ignoring the disease.
Save your life. Seek treatment early. Only from professional health workers whenever you feel unwell. For more information
About Mpox,
call the Ministry of Health toll-free line on 0800 1066 or send a free SMS to your report on 8500. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health Uganda
with support from UNICEF, WHO,
and its partners.
Taxation is a bit complicated, and the only way to demystify it and make it as easy to understand and to comply with is through engagement. Is there a limit to the number of cars a returning citizen is bringing into Uganda? Who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business. It is the man who is going to drink this water. We strongly believe that it will only be through such constructive engagement that we'll be able to broaden our tax base and build our country together.
Buza Commissioner. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for watching UBC TV. If you started the show with us, thank you so much. And if you are just joining in, if you just tuned in, this is Good Morning Uganda. Now, save the number 0709602592. It's a WhatsApp number that you can only text to and not call to. Text to it and share your opinion as well as your comment as we look at the state of Uganda's film industry. Now, we do get to look at the depths of that with someone who's an expert when it comes to Uganda's film industry, and that is Kasule Douglas Benda. He is a film publicist, he is a casting director, he is an acting coach, he is a drama teacher, wears many hats has a lot and a plethora of wisdom and expertise when it comes to this. If you love film, if you are talented and you want to join film, if you are into the arts of Uganda, especially storytelling, this is your moment to engage. 0709602592. Good morning, Benda.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure having myself at the network again. It's amazing. It's amazing, yes.
Right, and who better to speak into Uganda's film industry as we learn about it and throw in-depth light?
It's a privilege, I should say.
Right.
I mean, who am I to be here on the national broadcaster?
That's right.
Talking about this business.
Yes.
I think it's a huge honor to be here.
Yes, and I love the fact that you're using the word business.
Yes, it is.
Because Uganda is an African country. It's a cultural country. Many are still attached to their cultures. So growing up in our generation, I think we are more flexible.
Yes.
But in our parents' era, what are you doing?
That question. I think so many people. In my generation and before, it's been the biggest challenge. I think a few days ago, Mariam Nagida and organized something, and that was the discussion. How would you tell your parent back then that I'm going to be a performing artist?
Yes.
Abomination.
I know, right?
But now
especially if they've paid that tuition at university. And you divert.
Yeah, it is crazy. I think I'm one of the most privileged people.
Yes.
Because mine was a different story when it came to that. So yeah, maybe as we go on, I'll be able to share.
Lovely, would be lovely to hear that. But let's also start from how you got into the performing arts industry altogether.
Okay, Kasule Douglas Benda is my name. I am, yes, like she said, lots of things I'm doing in the creative industry.
Right.
But I have a lot of bias towards acting, film, and theater and drama. So I do most of those things. How did I get into this? I'm a graduate. I went to university and studied. I graduated with a degree in drama, theater and film from Accra University, School of Performing Arts and Film. And that is, I don't want people to count my years, but yeah, that was 2013, that's when I graduated.
Right.
And I jumped into this seriously to make sure this is what I do to earn a living, to take care of my family. So I didn't get into this, of course, of course. I was a crazy one when I wanted to do this, because from senior 4 at Kalemba, St. Kalemba, Nazigo, I was dreaming to be. When I went to St. Peter's in Zambia, I even got more serious. After senior 6, I said, I actually want to study this at university. So when I went into Makerere University to apply, my first choice was bachelor's degree in drama, day. Second choice was bachelor's degree drama evening program.
Wow.
Third choice was a diploma music, dance and drama. Then my fourth choice was community psychology.
It looks like you did not differ from me as well. I'm one person who, not really drama, but I filled in procurement. But in there somewhere was mass comm as well. But because my mom could not afford mass comm, and she was the one looking after that, catering for all of it. So we had to go for procurement because it was more affordable at the university I attended, and the university did not have mass comm.
Okay.
So, but I knew at one point I'd still...
You'd fall back.
Yes.
The call.
The call, yeah,
so that's
I know.
How
so, but the light is on you.
Yeah, that's how I landed into this business.
Right.
So after graduating, definitely during university, I was basically chasing opportunities here and there.
Yes.
Definitely, I really wanted to be in this business. And here I am. I am a casting director, I'm an actor. I was an actor first.
Yes.
That's my first calling, it's my first love. I went into casting directing, I went into acting coaching, I went into actors management, I did producing and directing, definitely. I now do also teach drama in an international school. So definitely I have a lot of things I'm doing within the circles, and definitely something that I came up with that was for the love of the industry was film publicist, where I believed that no matter how many beautiful things that people are doing in the film industry, many people don't know what's going on. And my self-appointment was, I want to be the person who talks about the film industry so that the world knows what is happening in the Ugandan film industry.
Right.
So when you go into my socials, hashtag making UG Films famous,
yes,
is what I use.
Right.
Because I believe that the more we highlight, the more we do it ourselves, the other people are going to help us after seeing what we do.
Right. Now, you purposed to actually earn from this space, and it's what you do your entire life. And yet you're a family man, you have responsibilities. You're living in Uganda like every other human being. So that means, now recently there was a story of Arnold Mubangizi, who acted 27 Guns. His story is quite sad. He lead character, he acted the character of President Museveni in 27 Guns. And he was paid his money. But as we speak right now, he's in a dire state. His mother, someone we've worked with, you and I have worked with, beautiful lady, Mami Kiloi. She's also not in the, she's not at all in the best state. And you've talked about earning from this space. Two don't connect, right? And for many, it's hard to earn. I for one, fun fact, I started out in the film industry. That's why I have a passion for it, and I still root for it, and I'm a part of it in one way or the other. So I know the hardships behind the scenes, the paying. So some people will tell you, I'm giving you exposure. People pay in exposure than money.
The currency of exposure.
Currency of exposure. Some people are exploited. Their bodies are exploited. There's a lot behind the scenes. How exactly are you earning? And how exactly should one earn if they want to be in the performing arts, especially film, just as you are?
This question has come up so many times, and it is always answered in different ways. And to me, I have found my way, which I believe anyone else could. There are two theories. Number one, specialize, be the master at something, so that you are what I've always wanted to do. I always wanted to make sure I set myself a goal, and I say I want to be among the top 10 people considered for something that I'm doing. In the area that I'm doing, I always target to say I want people to always have my name on the list when they are thinking about something. So I always work towards making sure if there is any film event happening, if Benda does not talk about it, it is not important. You understand? I intentionally do it because I want you to remember me whenever you're speaking about people in that area in a room. You understand? So specialization has been a thing. And specialization has earned many people the respect. Because when you put in time to actually master something, and you put in time to research, to study, to practice, and brand yourself as that person who knows a lot about this craft, it means people are going to most likely give you your money's worth. They are going to make sure when you are on a project, they feel like, man, we are privileged to have so and so on our project.
And indeed it is a privilege because you've taken the time, you've invested.
That's because I usually want to use my examples. I don't want to preach this message without me being a person who actually has benefited from this. So I tell people, if you are to specialize, specialize. And say, I mean, we have examples of the Esther Nakazibas, who has decided to say makeup is the thing I do. The Shakira Chibiriges who say makeup. When you talk about Ahura, Andrew Ahura, sound is what he does. You understand? You talk about the Ismas, the Adnan Senkumbas, the Isikos. They choose to do this and they master that. So when they're going to work on a project, they're coming to your project, they tell you, you see, this is all I earn from. So if you're going to work with me, you're going to actually give me what is worth, because I'm going to block off my calendar to work on your project. Which means you as a producer, whoever is hiring them, you have to remember that. Now, the other thing, because that's one option. The first option is specialize, specialize, specialize. Be a master at something. In the many things you might be doing, be known for something very particular. So that it actually brings in. Two, you actually can decide to create different avenues to earn. You understand? Now, very many times actors come to my inbox, they come to my to my social media, they come to my WhatsApp and all that and ask me, man, I want to definitely choose only acting. And I tell them, you see, it's a gamble because you're going to get frustrated.
True.
The jobs are not daily, and especially those which are earning. So what do I advise them? I tell them, you see, it's okay for you to settle for this business. However, can you think about alternative means of earning, of an income, before you settle for this? Because when you have a source of income, people are actually respecting, even yourself. When you come on set, Julie, and you actually are sure that you have something to eat, yeah, you had a good rest somewhere, your landlord is not knocking, you have, you know, you can present yourself and you're smart, you know, there is a certain self-esteem, there's a self-confidence you have in yourself when you present yourself. But when you're not sure about tomorrow, you're going to sell yourself solo. You understand? You're going to end up in a position where producer says, you know, do this, and you actually have to only do that because it's the only source that you're looking at. So what am I saying? Find alternative means of earning. I know people are trying so much. I've been there, but sometimes you don't even have to go very far away from your business. I'm earning money from even the social media I'm doing. I'm earning a lot of money. You understand? I'm earning money in casting. I'm earning money in training actors. I'm earning money in teaching drama. This is all in the line of the things I do. I've tried investing money in other things. I don't understand them. I don't know the dynamics. It requires me a lot of work to understand them. I have to hire another person to do that for me. So what am I doing? I'm investing in the things I already know.
You understand.
Diversify my sources.
I love the fact that you're intentional. I think now what I'm learning from you is it also takes intentionality. It takes one sitting down and focusing and saying, okay, this is what I want. This is my purpose. This is my calling. How do we do this? Where do I start? And along the way, you meet people who hold your hand.
I think the intentionality point is very important.
Right.
Because definitely I don't want to blame anyone. I didn't have a direct mentor when I was starting this business, which I think was a huge problem. And I think the time I entered this industry, most of the guys who would look up to were very distant. I started in the time when social media was not so much the thing. You only had to either bump into these guys at an event or some venues, or you had to get their direct contacts, which were very hard.
Right.
These days, social media makes work very easy. Anyone can approach Benda anytime. You understand? Now, no one mentored me that much.
Right.
So most of these guys, what I would say is mentorship makes you learn these things. If I get someone who needs to be mentored, I tell them, you see, be very intentional. If you are setting and planning out to brand yourself, be intentional about what you want people to know you for. If you want them to know you as the best actor, be intentional. If we do a Google search about you and your name, what comes up? And most of the things that come up are intentional things that you post. If you're going to post about only yourself, doing whatever things, that's what appears in the search engine. You understand? If you decide to tell people that I want, because these days AI has changed things. AI is able to, these platforms are able to pull information from different platforms and put it to actually create your profile.
True.
So the things you type and post and even search about, that is your track.
So in other words, if you are only posting hashtag haters make me famous. Ouch. Anyways, 0709602592 is the WhatsApp number that you should be able to engage as we get into this discussion of looking at the state of Uganda's film industry. Now, Benda, how would you describe the current mood of Uganda's film industry? Is it growing? Is it struggling? Is it transforming? What do you see?
This question.
And what do you feel?
Very tough question.
Right.
I've been here for a while, not so long really, not longer than people like the Philip Ruswatas and what,
definitely,
the Abe Muchibis and
yes.
I mean a different generation, but I've been here for a while. I entered this industry in 2000, actively 2010, 11.
Okay, that's a while.
Yeah.
That's 15 years. That's a while.
I think when I think about it, I realize, it's been long. It's been a minute. But when I compare the times when, I think the time it was, I saw Uganda Film Festival start, 2013. And it was, something interesting. I saw the Maisha Film Lab festivals, the shorts being screened, films like State Research Bureau those days. And when I remember what used to happen then and right now, of course there is a lot of change. There are steps that have been taken to make this industry much better. To see people, when I look at people earning from this industry.
Right.
People earning from the work they're actually doing in this industry. And definitely this means that there is a lot of signs and symptoms of actually making it big in this industry. The challenge is still coming in the fact that in the past we have had lots of challenges of organization and systems in the industry.
Right.
We have had a lot of everyone trying to win on their own. I am having a film production house somewhere and I do my things in isolation. I am working on my own and I just want to shock everyone when I have something done. Things like co-productions, collaborations have been something we have struggled with because most people have failed to believe in each other. Right. They have failed to understand it is very important to collaborate, work together and create systems. Of late, I see lots of, I think you have been following, there have been lots of guilds popping up.
Yes.
Every department in the film industry is actually working on a guild.
Yeah.
Actors have a guild, producers have a guild, cinematographers have guilds, screenwriters have guilds. I've seen makeup artists and costumers are making a guild. So everyone is actually making a guild. And this shows that we have understood that actually unifying and coming together gives us a voice. There are so many benefits that are coming even from the government. You've been following the budget, the recent budget. There are lots of opportunities for creative benefits,
space,
and filmmakers is one of them. But our biggest challenge has been the failure to actually unite, come together and have a single voice. So all the guys who have been exploiting us have been using that.
So there's many unions, there's many guilds, but many unions, and in the long run separating, because now it's not one umbrella body that has one voice.
I think definitely, because we have different problems in the different departments.
Yes.
And usually it's better for us to understand. If you're going to organize events, sometimes it's even much better when you're actually working on them in those different departments. But then, of course, there's going to be a unifying umbrella that at the end of the day, when actors have a challenge in their guild, they're able to officially communicate to the producers guild and say, guys, we have a problem here and here. How do you sort it? Actor A is complaining about producer B. Who puts them together on the round table to discuss business? The guilds and the leadership in the guilds. If the cinematographers are actually fighting or they have their own concerns, same thing. So I think at the end of the day, when they unify within these guilds, at the end, it actually works well for all of us because we know if I want to talk to cinematographers, I know where to find all of them and their contacts. If I want to talk to actors, I know where to find them. So the state of the film industry currently, there are issues definitely, just like any industry. And I've always told people, let's stop comparing the Ugandan film industry on Hollywood, because there are so many years ahead of us.
That's true.
And you find that the problems we are facing in this industry, those guys faced some of these problems long ago in their initial stages. But for us, we want to, this baby, which has not even crawled, people are trying to compare it to an old man.
We will talk about comparison a little later because I have a question there.
Yes.
But still, from what you've explained, are we growing? Are we struggling? Are we transforming? Where are we?
I think we are headed into the right direction. When I compare, initially I've been telling you about the fact that there have been failures of collaboration, people working together, which is being rectified right now. I see very many people actually coming together. There's been an issue about downtown and uptown as a conversation, which I hated so much because I know lots of strength from people who are doing films that are called downtown. Those guys know understand their market more than the guys who are calling themselves uptown. And what do we need is how do we actually bridge the gap between what we call guys who are juakali, who have learned these things by doing, and guys who have actually gone to school, those who feel they're polished. How do we bridge the gap?
I think even the perspective of downtown and uptown is, it has a bit of myopia in there, if you ask me, from how I've understood it. It's more from the perspective of if their show probably airs on a particular TV in regards to content, and downtown, their show probably airs on a particular Class A, Class B. In media, there's Class A stations and Class B, Class C stations. Now, downtowners are those who appeal to Class C. Yeah, Muntu Wansi. And then Class A stations are those that appeal to the corporate class. And I think from what I've understood, most people comparing actors of downtown, Muntu Wansi, uptown, they appeal to Class A stations. But I don't know if it goes deeper, but at least superficially, that's how I've understood it to be.
I think in the past has actually been so deep. There have actually been very huge divides with this discussion. Like guys would basically say whatever is happening beyond Kampala roads. If you have an event at National Theatre, or if you hang around National Theatre most of the time, you're uptown. When you cross and go down Bat Valley,
Pride,
you are downtown. But things have actually improved. I've seen collaborations. I've seen guys forgetting about the fact that, man, you make films in Uganda, you make films in Nyankore, me, I make films in English, and my accent is polished and whatever, to the fact that, you know what, let's come together, let's work on things together. If we are to unify, let's come together. So, what do I mean? I mean that actually we are headed in a better direction.
We are transforming. We are growing.
We are actually growing. It takes someone who has been here for a while to actually see this. Because whoever is new, most of the people who come and they are new to the industry, they always have a feeling that they are the first guys to do certain things. And we look at them and like, yeah, we understand the excitement, it's amazing, but things have been done, things even beyond what you see. So we actually transform.
As if you're telling them, keep calm, you'll be character developed.
No, that's the fact. That's the fact. Sometimes it's about the fact that understand that this is not a new industry. It's not new. People have been here. There are guys who have done things for this industry. When you hear their names in the rooms, you're like, who is that? But when you go back and actually search about who they are,
their curriculum vitae is huge.
It's huge. So we're not the first. And we're not the last.
Let me get into a couple of your comments. First and foremost, thank you for being on the show. This is Good Morning Uganda. And this Friday, we are looking at the state of Uganda's film industry. We are with Kasule Douglas Benda, who is a film publicist, casting director, acting coach, drama teacher. He has been around 15 whole years, garnering expertise and a plethora of wisdom to have all the knowledge and authority to sit here and speak into this matter. Nze Omugaga Saurembo Naweru Kwendi Ngoberera. Thank you so much for being on the show. Somebody just comes through and says hello. Hello to you too. Thank you for being on the show. History has it that Uganda film industry was the first before Nigeria. Mr. Benda, what has denied the industry to grow? And another thing is to stop using wrong people. Because when I watch your movies, they are all comedy. This is, I think, Eperu. Eperu has had that to say. What would you tell Eperu?
I don't. Okay, I don't know what really people mean by the film industry. Of course, there's been a lot of transition between TV and theater. You realize most of the guys who started were coming from theater, definitely, yeah. I think what the Nigerians did were intentional about making sure they sell and cross borders, markets and all that. They made sure they did what they call dumping. Nigerian movies were everywhere. You understand?
And they are still everywhere.
Yes.
Even free.
Yes.
Available.
And also, I have a feeling, I've always been telling people this same thing, that guys, we're still struggling because of the fact that, let's look at, it's not only the film industry that's struggling, even the manufacturing business is actually struggling, especially guys who are making things locally. That is why it gives you reason why they started the campaign of Bubu. Because there was a struggle everywhere. Buy Uganda, Build Uganda came up because there was a struggle that everyone was always thinking anything that has made in such and such a country is better than made in Uganda.
Right, yes.
Now, the patriotism and the love for the things made here is actually a struggle in everything. Yet I so believe that's what was different about the Nigerians and South Africans.
Yeah,
that people there, yes, people supported. Definitely there's a struggle that people have the question about the fact that most of the films and the stories being told don't reflect the Ugandan lifestyles. Yeah, I do understand sometimes, but we are headed there. Probably what the Nigerians did was they were pushing their culture. They were pushing their stories.
Staying with that, one of the problems I think I've heard being addressed mostly is the fact that as Ugandans, we are not true to our stories. We copy and paste all the time. And we are, if you, for example, music, you'll find that because it's Amapiano trending, someone will, Amapiano, as opposed to using whatever Ugandan beat you'd think of from the different cultural spaces that we come from. If at all it's using Nigerian accent that is selling music, Ugandans will hop onto that. So, I don't know, why are we like this? Or maybe we're getting it wrong and we think we are like that, but it's just a narrative.
It's a two-way thing. One, this struggle to earn a living from what is trending. You understand? What's trending, what you have had in the film, in the music business, something called bubblegum music.
Bubblegum, yes.
Yeah, bubblegum is basically, as you know, bubblegum. You chew it, flavor is out, throw it away.
Right.
So these guys, most of the things that you realize are being made don't last even over a month. You actually hear it a year later and like, oh wait, this was last year. It feels like it was long, long ago because there is a lot of bubblegum stuff coming out, but it earns quick cash. You understand? Now, many of the guys within the film industry tend to copy because they believe there is a market ready for something similar to what is coming from abroad. You understand? If I am going to make a shirt, I am going to put a label that make it look like it is coming from abroad, even if I made it down in Katwe. Because it's going to be easier for people to believe, oh, this looks foreign. Let's buy.
Wow.
So you find that the stories being sold have a similar likeness to the things that are coming from abroad because guys are trying to see how do we actually get the audience. If they already believe in the things that are happening out there, I think it will be easy to sell this way. And of course, it is a struggle because at the end of the day, it goes out like that, another comes in.
Let me engage this question as well. Now, time is really against us. I really look forward to having Kasule back in studio to discuss this, but this is a question that's coming in from Yiga Leonard from Matuga. He says, I don't know how to term it in the film industry, but I think we miss a best for the film theme in Uganda. Nigerian movies are mostly known for juju. South American movies are known for family food soaps. South African movies are known more for a liberation adventure. Either we have to develop a theme as East African movies, or as the East African movies industry, or as Uganda. Good morning.
I think a while ago this was the question when I think we were at Ngalavi Short Film Festival. And someone asked the question of what is a Ugandan film? This question is actually hard to answer. What is a typical Ugandan film? What makes us stand? And definitely, I agree with people who actually say we don't have an identity. You understand? It means we need to find a way to make sure we find things that are typically Ugandan. It's not easy. It's definitely easy. People have thought about the fact that I think a Ugandan film is maybe that which is in the local languages, or maybe English mixed with the local language, English. You understand? About the themes, we still have a struggle. But I also believe that Ugandan films are, like someone said, drama.
Right.
We're dramatic, yes.
Right. One final comment. We love Ugandan films and drama, but they are very few and hard to find. The few actors like Bakayimbira have retired. There are now no new generations to replace outgoing actors.
Did he say no new?
We have a few actors. Okay, let me just read it again. We love Ugandan films and drama, but they are very few and hard to find. The few actors like Bakaimbira have retired. There are no new generations to replace outgoing actors. We need more films and drama. This is Maza Safa.
Okay, quick one. There's been a huge struggle about where to find Ugandan content.
Right.
And you find that most Ugandan creators have been having their projects go onto YouTube. And I know so many people, especially in the diaspora, who have been asking this question. Every time I talk about a film that is coming out, the first question is it going to be on YouTube?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
Because they are looking for a way to actually watch these films and support. And it's been vague, because anyone can have a YouTube channel. But there are platforms coming up. I have a list of platforms that actually have Ugandan content. If you go to your Google Play Store and search Gandaflix, Gandaflix as in get Uganda, remove the U and put Gandaflix, F-G-A-N-D-A-F-L-X. Yes.
Gandaflix.
Gandaflix. There's an app. You can actually watch Ugandan films at between a cost of 1,000 to 10,000.
Okay.
You can actually get a Ugandan film,
right,
and you can't pirate it. That's the beauty. There is another new platform called Stream East. Stream East Films. That is www.streameastfilms.com. It has Ugandan films there. I know guys like Kennedy Kihire. He has been able to distribute Ugandan films to platforms that are international. I know there's Fawe Sam, I think. There's Black Femme TV. Some of these things actually exist. You actually can find Ugandan film. Yesterday I was watching Kafako, and I saw you
Kafako,
in there.
Yes, I acted in Kafako, yes.
And I was like, yo, people need to actually get these films. Yes, films exist.
Yes.
Platforms are existing. You just have actually to know which platforms. StreamEastFilms.com, Gandaflix. If you go and follow Kennedy Kihire, he actually provides links to platforms where you can watch Ugandan films.
Right.
About the actors, there's a new generation. Give them a chance. Bakaimbira are not in retirement.
They're still very active.
Yes, because in the arts, the older you get, the better you are.
Yes, true.
There are young actors who are actually existing and they are doing a good job. Give them a chance.
Right.
You'll actually be shocked.
Now, I look forward to having you, Benda, back, because this conversation is really wide and a lot to learn and relearn from it. But I hope you've benefited. You've got an insight of what the Ugandan film industry is like. We'll delve deeper when we have him back on another Friday. Thank you so much for joining in and teaching us a thing or two about Uganda's film industry. Now, also allow me wish Lorraine Masika Kazimoto a happy birthday. She's one of us here at the National Broadcaster, and you are very loved. Wishing you a day filled with joy, laughter, and all the appreciation you truly deserve. Your dedication, energy, and positivity continue to inspire us every day here at work. Thank you so much thank God for your life and for making you come this far. But also, GMU still continues, and up next is Africa Manifest, the ongoing Inspire E-Leadership Summit. Robert is coming on with that conversation alongside Elijah Kaini Engineer, the Summit Media Team Lead. Good morning, Uganda. It's a Friday. Stick around. The show still goes on. Good morning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends friends to form a team of 4 and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
My friend Baka was found to be positive for Mpox at his old age. He needs our prayers. By the way, Timo, did you know that Mpox-related deaths occur among people with underlying conditions like HIV/AIDS, diabetes, malnutrition, and other old age-related illnesses?
Of late, I've not been following Mpox issues. I thought it wasn't that serious. So, are you saying that as long as one has any underlying condition and feels unwell, just run to the hospital?
Yes! You do not have to wait. If you have any of the signs and symptoms like a body rash, a fever, headache, and body weakness, visit your nearest health facility immediately. We do not have to take any chances, my brother.
We need to immediately inform our peers in the club to be careful.
You see, with Mpox, the magic is in getting treatment early. Those who have suffered severe disease, they wasted a lot of time either treating themselves or ignoring the disease.
Save your life. Seek treatment early. Only from professional health workers whenever you feel unwell. For more information about Mpox, call a Ministry of Health toll-free line on 0800 1066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health Uganda with support from UNICEF, WHO and its partners.
Taxation is a bit complicated, and the only way to demystify it and make it as easy to understand and to comply with is through engagement. Is there a limit to the number of cars a returning citizen is bringing into Uganda? Who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business. It is the man who is going to drink this water. We strongly believe that it will only be through such constructive engagement that we'll be able to broaden our tax base and build our country together.
Buza Kamiso now. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on account.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda.
So much for being with us on UBC TV. Welcome to this segment where I'm with a young man with whom we are going to be discussing something very important, a summit that is coming up known as the Inspire Leadership Summit, termed as the Africa Manifest Summit. And with me, I have Elijah Mugisha, who is a mentor, a moderator, and a public relations media team member of the Inspire Leadership Summit, Inspire E-Leadership Summit with me. Welcome to the studios, Mugisha.
Thank you so much for hosting us this morning. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be able to reach out to the entire country and those beyond who are able to access UBC. It's an honor to be hosted here. I am Elijah Mugisha Kenjinya, representing the Inspire E-Leadership Summit that is organized by Inspire Synergy. Thank you.
Now, well, we've known where you're from, and of course, we are so much interested now.
Yes.
About the summit. What is this summit all about?
Okay, so Inspire came from an idea. We are a Christian-based summit, and the idea was, how do the Christian professionals step out within their various spaces of leadership, within their various spaces of influence, how do they live out their faith practically and serve and, you know, do things excellently wherever they have been placed. And so this came up as a place where we want to see leaders being equipped to transform and bring about changes within the various spheres they have been positioned in. Yes, please.
Now, we've had a number of conferences similar to this.
Yes.
People will tell you we are young Christian lawyers, we meet, we synergize, we discuss how best we can move forward,
Yes.
transform lives. But then at the end of the day, you ask, how is this going to be done in this summit?
Okay, so Inspire has been running for the last 21 years. This is our 21st year as we speak. We've been having physical conferences here in Uganda. And what started off as tea table conversations among Christian professionals, seeing how best to bring about this. There was, it started from Deliverance Church Makere Hill professionals, and then spread out as we connected with various churches like Watoto, Redeemed of the Lord Evangelistic Church, Bugolobi Church of the Resurrection. And as we connected with various other people, we realized that transformation is not going to happen when you stand alone, number one. So you need, first of all, to find people to connect with. And that's when impact and influence starts to come through. And then with that, we started meeting on broader spectrums with people who have walked the journey ahead. And then coming back to share with us how did they manage to walk this Christian life of theirs? How have they been able to create impact? So for example, in this year's East Summit conference that has been running since Monday, we've had leaders like Dr. James Magara. We've had leaders like Allen Kajina. Yeah? We've had leaders like Dr. Sempuya. We've had various leaders come on board, and we have many more coming on board. We have those not just only in the country, but those even externally. We've had Mr. Anandi Pilali from India. We're having Professor Nick Bogu from Nigeria. We are having Reverend Ashai, who is based in the UK. And all these are just, how do we come together? How do we think about with Africa? How do we think about our spaces? Yes, please.
Now, rightly said, you've mentioned a number of good speakers there.
Yes, please.
Christian people who have lived and walked
the journey
and still maintained the biblical values.
Yes.
Now, who is invited? Just saying young professionals.
Okay. So we are looking at Christian professionals who are in the marketplace. You know, we've had the concept of the 7 mountains of influence. There are different people. Some are in the politics, some are in the economics, some are in family. So whoever is a professional, whoever is called into a space where they are, you can be a creative, they're musicians, but how are you looking at music as a Christian? How are you understanding its influence? Are you being influenced by the world instead, or are you shining the light out there? So this is just a platform for anybody who is in any place to come, learn, be mentored, be connected to people where you can be mentored, where you can, because those are some of the core values we are looking at as we work on this conference. It's not just for now where you sit and listen, but rather we are saying, what fire can you pick up? How can you be connected to another person to be able to share and create lasting impact across board?
Now, how is this going to be conducted?
So we are conducting this online. Right now we have sessions that run on Zoom. We start at 7 p.m. and we stretch across to 10 p.m. So we have our speakers speak within various time segments online. Initially we used to run physical, but when COVID came, we've got to learn that we are not just Ugandan based, but we are now reaching out to people beyond the country, across the continent of Africa, and even beyond Africa itself. So Zoom is the way to go. That's why we are now called the Inspire E-Leadership Summit.
I love the fact that we're talking about young professionals. Don't need to worry how they'll maneuver and all that through the gadgets. No, definitely they do know. But what do you intend to achieve? Because yes, this is online, so that means there's no physical connection.
Yes.
And most of the times people go to these workshops, those that are physical, make friends, you know, synergize and all that. So when I'm just wherever I am and I'm following, maybe I have an opportunity to take something within, but you feel like physical presence, there's still that. So what do you intend at the end of the day to achieve? And do you think this method will really achieve that?
Oh yes, very much so, very much so. You see, we're not just looking at young professionals. It started with the young professionals who had a vision for their lives and careers. So now, the young professionals who are growing, but they're already professionals. Now, think about someone who is mid-30s into their 40s. They're still professionals, and they're still grappling with similar things while they build legacy. But now, the conference mode allows us, one, to have meetings with people beyond Africa who are also thinking like us. So at the end of the day, what happens is that we're having mentorship platforms. So after this conference, there are platforms that are open and created where a person in Nigeria can connect with a Ugandan, a person in South Africa, a person in the US, in the UK. That's how currently, if you've had some of the lined up speakers that we've had, Anandi Pilali, Reverend Ashaye from the UK and the likes, all these people, we did not know them just because we stuck to our online thing, no. But even through online, we connected with them. And one of the things that has come out of this is that we are seeing Inspire is not just now going to be speaking to people, but now we are looking even to places of investment. How do we get our African diaspora, people who have left Africa, come back, be interested in Africa. Africa is very rich. That's why we talk about Africa Manifest. We have a lot of potential here. How do we harness it? So now we are moving just beyond the conference, and now we are getting to partner with different people. So internally in Uganda, we've been partnering with UCLF to reach out to students in universities for mentorship, Uganda Youth Forum. But now we also, through an investment arm, trying to get the people in the diaspora interested in our country to invest within real estate, to invest within agriculture, to see the potential of Africa developed. So this is not just a talk thing, but we are now even moving beyond the conversations to real influence.
How will one join?
So we have been running online. Now we have a YouTube page, which is Inspire Synergy, where you can follow us and all that has been happening throughout this week. We also have Facebook Inspire Conference. Then we have Twitter, where it's Inspire Synergy A. And also you can contact the number 0700 554646 to be able to be connected to the Zoom links that are shared. But you can also visit our website at www.inspiresynergy.org. And there you can get more information and be able to join in. We're waiting to hear from you. We expect and to see a lot of the things that God is working through us as Christian professionals in our various spaces to bring out the potential within Africa.
This is the 21st.
This is the 21st conference.
Now, what has been the achievement or achievements?
Yes.
Maybe there could be many. When we look at the previous ones, what can you look at and say, yes, this is value?
Yes.
These are some of the things we can look at today and say, because we had these conferences, most of those that were physical even, the level of corruption has reduced because these are young professionals and the country still grapples with corruption.
Yes.
These are young professionals and there's high level of family breakups. These are young professionals and levels of drunkenness. These are young, so for 20, if it's annually, these are 25 years.
21 years.
21 years, sorry. Would you say there has been an impact? Is there anything we can feel, or are these just well, an event has come, and it does happen every year, and we become complacent.
Yes.
And still be part of that.
Yes, there has been quite change actually. And I think I'm one of them, if I should share, from a personal stand view.
Okay.
While I think about 2011 or 2012, while I was still in secondary, Inspire used to hold the conferences first. Before now we became a summit, because now we stopped just speaking to the local people around Uganda, but we've now reached out to different policy makers. And through this, we've been able to see different people get an understanding of what is this happening in the world today. When we talk about policy, how should we look at policy? You know, our policy makers sometimes sit and make agreements to different things. But through platforms like Inspire, we've been able to rally support against different things. We've seen the different family values that are being crumbled down, you know? But now there's been an input, because we are able to sit down and say, excuse us, this policy that you're bringing on board, what is it speaking to? And therefore, we've been able to connect with various people who are on the forefront, you know, and be able to support them. You know, there have been people who are supporting family values rising up that have been crumbling down, you know, of the LGBTQ, of course, conversation that's been happening. So through the conference, we've been able to see people, which people are on the front line. How are they pushing? How do we support them? And we have seen many people strengthened to come out and speak more. Now, why I brought up my own stories, because while as a secondary school student attending the conferences that were physical then, because there was a student segment, there are many things that got into my life that I got to learn as a person. And in that, they influenced how I became a leader through my school years, joining the guild government. I am a professional civil engineer currently, working with the government right now. And a lot has impacted how I conduct business. What do I do? What do I get to choose? What do I get to say no to? How do I stand my ground? And there are very many people like that. And we have also mentorship cohorts that have come up. You have tough questions to ask. How do I go about this scenario? And so one of the things maybe I could encourage people to do is get to listen into our previous sessions that have been happening this week. They're on YouTube. You can just log in there and listen, because in there you get a thing or two on what can you do in your state, in your current condition.
Well, I just want to thank you so much, Mugisha. I'll give you now just a second, if you can use it right, to have your parting shot.
Okay, my parting shot is this. Leadership is a very big cornerstone for anything in our lives. Leadership starts with self, but also it moves on to the environments that we live in. And as Christians, we are called to shine our light, to be the salt and light to the world. And leaders are not only born, but they're also made. You have to first be born, then as you go through various processes, you get sharpened. And the e-leadership, Inspire E-Leadership Summit 2025, Africa Manifest, basing on Romans 8:19, is saying that the earth is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. Christian out there, professional out there, working, the earth is waiting for your manifestation. Arise and take your place to see that Africa is transformed and that we make this continent shine. It's not a dark continent at all. We have the skill, we have the potential, and we have the ability.
Well, thank you so much, Mugisha Elijah. Of course, please make sure you join, you log on and be part of this summit. I'll leave you with Julie. And of course, there's still so much for you as we usher you into the weekend. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, and sensitization of the public from the various sources, such as inspirational profiles.
Having a disability is not inability.
Every Friday, 9 p.m., it's one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings to MPs that voted for?
Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, you can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Taxation is a bit complicated, and the only way to demystify it and make it as easy to understand and to comply with is through engagement. Is there a limit to the number of cars a returning citizen is bringing into Uganda? Who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business, it is the man who is going to drink this water. We strongly believe that it will only be through such constructive engagement that we'll be able to broaden our tax base and build our country together.
Buza Kamiso now. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790 141 887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
This August, Africa gathers again. The passion, the pride, the beautiful game. It's Chan 2025. And the heart of the action, Uganda, the Pearl of Africa stands ready. Not just with a world-class stadium, but with open arms for every African nation. Nambole and its floodlights are already welcoming. From Kampala to Karamoja, our stadium is set. The pitch is perfect, the stage is built, and the spirit of Uganda is unmatched. Come feel the rhythm, taste the warmth, and witness hospitality like no other. Uganda welcomes all of Africa for a Chan like never before. Chan 2025, unity, passion, victory, and it's all happening right here in Uganda. Don't just watch history, be part of it.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800 335 555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning. Welcome back from that Africa Manifest Entrepreneurship and Leadership Summit. Hopefully you've been empowered with information that you need to engage that summit. Time to still look at more things beautiful, aside from film, but more things beautiful about Uganda. And in studio with me is Katusime Marcellus, who is here to speak into about a lot about beauty. I've been having a conversation with him about Uganda's beauty, and there are things that you never know are in Uganda. For example, did you know that Uganda has a feature, a physical feature, only one in the world and in Africa, that looks like the map of Africa, exactly the map of Africa? Where can that be except in Uganda, the Pearl of Africa? Katusime is a private lecturer, and that is on Nature Community Guide. Good morning, Katusime.
Good morning, my sister. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I must say your name is unique. Your first name, Marcellus.
Marcellus.
Yes,
yeah, okay.
As if we're now learning Italian. That's a unique name.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Right.
As you have said, it's a rare name. Marcel, the common name, I'm called Marcel, private lecturer. The lecturer who lectures a lecture of nature by nature.
Oh, wow.
I'm a nature adventurer. I organize nature, culture, tourism festivals and expos. I'm an artist about nature, culture and tourism. And while we are here, I think we are going to give you what we have not had before,
right,
and what we have adventured more.
Right. Now let's look into the more of why you're here. You have a festival, and that is a tourism expo that you are putting up. Tell us more about it and what it is.
Thank you very much, my sister. I come from Rubirizi. As I told you, Rubirizi is the power of Uganda. Churchill said Uganda is the power of Africa, but Marcel, private lecturer, is saying and telling all over the world that Rubirizi is the power of Uganda and Uganda is the power of Africa. Why am I saying this? For almost 228 years of our existence in Rubirizi, since we had migrated from Buganda to Rubirizi, we have not been having a brand as a district. Before they had cut us from Bushenyi, we were under Bushenyi, but now when we got our own district, we decided, we created Pearls Adventure. We decided to brand Rubirizi, to have a unique identity, to have a global unity, something that can bind us together. So, as I told you, I organize expos and festivals. Every 10th of August in every year, we have what we call Explore Rubirizi, the Power of Uganda Tourism Expo. Explore Rubirizi, Power of Uganda Tourism Expo is where we go in the field and we adventure. We bring on board new tourism attractions that other people had not even adventured. We bring them on board, we publicize them, we market them, and we create those itineraries so that we can increase the number of tourists in Rubirizi. We change the economy of people in Rubirizi, because the only thing that can help us to change Rubirizi, it's nature, it's tourism. Not Marcel, not anybody, not Chairman LC5, not MP, but it must be a unity of all those people to unite in tourism. Now, every 10th of August, it is World Lion Day. We have organized what we call African Nature Run and Walk. The plan is that expo, we have put it there to make sure that when we put the African Nature Run, Nature Walk, Nature bicycle ride and swim, it will help us to broadcast, to publicize Rubirizi from the local tourism to the global tourism market. Now, on 10th August, we are going to walk from African swamp. We have a swamp called the Champeyo and Rutunguru. They are twin swamps. And one of them called Champeyo, it has a forest in the middle, and that forest is in the shape of the map of Africa. So as you are seeing on the screen there, where there is a swamp in the shape of the map of Africa. We are going to stand on top there. And when you are standing on the top there, it's where you see Queen Elizabeth National Park. You see almost 5 craters at once. You see the Karia, you see all lakes in the Queen Elizabeth National Park with the view of those twin lakes. From there, we shall pass in the middle of that ridge of the twin swamp.
Right.
Then from there, we pass in the middle of that twin lake called Chema and Kamweru. As we are walking, in Uganda they say, tutambula na tulambula. So, we shall end to a lake which is in the shape of the map of Africa called Lake Nkugute. When we reach at Lake Nkugute, we shall stand. There is a view which we have spotted. You stand there, and that lake is behind you. You take a picture when the full lake in the shape of the map of Africa is behind you. This is the place where we shall plant some trees because the owner is also a nature lover. He has allowed us to plant trees there. So we shall plant trees there. After that, we go to the opposite of that lake at the place of the late Jack of Sinji.
Right.
There is a playground. This is where we shall have an expo showing what we have adventured, showing what we have, what we are sailing from Rubirizi, what we have branded. Waterfalls itinerary that we have adventured. Waterfalls, what we call it, twin waterfalls. That is the waterfall called the Kanchiro, Marcel waterfalls, and Achibare falls, and other falls that we have adventured in Rubirizi. So on that expo, people will come and enjoy fish, because we have also adventured that fish, type of the tilapia from Rubirizi, it has a bone which is in the shape of the map of Africa. So people will be eating fish, seeing the bone which is in the shape of the map of Africa, and when they are seated near the lake which is in the shape of the map of Africa, that is the Nkugute.
Right.
So we shall have even another person, a person who killed, he killed the lion without even a knife, without anything, without any tool, but they fought, he killed it. He would come to witness and show how he did it. Because the theme is we are connecting communities with nature through tourism. So that's the theme. Connecting communities with nature through tourism. So,
right. That is quite a picture that Marcellus has painted for us. One I would look forward to, I suggest. But how do we get to be a part of this adventure?
Yeah. One, you can go to Nyakasharu, near the stage. There is a man called Ronnie. He has a saloon. This is where we sell our tickets. There is another man in the Gaira called the Karugao Francis. He has a boutique, Legends Boutique. You go there, you get a ticket. Oh, I will read my number. You call me online. We give you that ticket. Then you get it. We give you the receipt. We get a kit. We have T-shirts. We have vests. We have made walking vests. One of the best walking vests with the best brand in Uganda, because it shows what we have. The kit, when you pay 30, you'll get a walking vest. You'll get a bottle of water. You'll get a guiding. There is a guiding fee. There is also omnofagwenfe. Omnofagwenfe is a small part of the fish, and we don't fly it. It is a roasted fish. On that day, on that expo, we shall be also having some of the unique partners that we have that have come on board. We have Rubirizi local government. For the first time, they have come on board, which is going to promote also to change the tourism of Rubirizi. We have UWA from Queen Elizabeth National Park, the chief warden and his team from UWA of Mwea, Katunguru. They have come on board, and we shall also work with them. We have Rubirizi Lions Club. Rubirizi Lions Club, they are doing a great work, mostly in the part of environment. We have made a partnership to plant 50,000 trees in Rubirizi with the help of Rubirizi local government. So Creator Paros Adventure, as I told you, every 10th of August, we have that Explore Rubirizi part of Uganda. Then every 27th of November, we have Rubirizi Tigicha Tourism Expo in Kampala here, at Popopo or at National Theatre. Then every 26th of December, Creator Paros Adventure organizes an festival called Nature Tigicha Tourism Expo. In Rubirizi, on one of the lakes, this is where we have people swimming in crater lakes, boat competition, people mingling, swimming, banana rafts, very many activities. People move from all over the country to come and join us.
Right. When is this tourism expo happening? The Explore Rubirizi Pearl of Uganda.
It is happening on 10th August 2025 in Rubirizi, where we shall have a walk called African Nature Walk and Run from African Swamp, passing in the middle of the twin lakes, ending at the African Lake on that day.
And if I want to be a part of it, coming from Kampala, that means I have to travel.
You have to travel from Kampala, you come to Rubirizi. I think when you are coming from far, you have to come and sleep in Rubirizi, so that when we are starting in the morning on 10th, so you should be there. So you must come on 9th. You come, we get for you where to sleep, because Rubirizi has got one of the best hotels in Uganda where you can sleep with the best view, with the best viewing points. So we get you where to sleep. After that, we go to the meeting point. That is, we shall meet at Champeyo, the place called Champeyo, near the church called Kanyinabakoma. There are people who are going to give us vehicles to take people. So people with the vehicles will leave them near where you have seen the Twin Lakes. There is a place called the Agombora ya Magambo. This is where they will leave the vehicle. Then we go to the meeting point at the African Swamp, Kanyinabakoma. We walk, we pass in the middle, then we find vehicles here as they take us to Lake Chigezi, and we finish at Lake Nkugute.
Right.
I can't forget our partners from Ankole. We have also a partner called the Ankole Cultural Heritage Tourism Association. I'm also a member and Creator Paris Adventure. So we are working together with the Rubirizi Lions Club, Rubirizi local government, to make sure that tourism of Rubirizi, we have pushed it from local tourism to the global tourism market by increasing the number of tourists in Rubirizi to change the economy of the people in Rubirizi.
Right, thank you very much, Katsime Marcellus. He is
the private lecturer.
The private lecturer,
yes.
Pardon me, Katsime Marcellus, who is the private lecturer. And look forward to the African Nature Walk and Run for tourism happening on the 10th of August. If you plan to travel from Kampala, do it, plan as early as possible. Please read the number to which we are able to buy tickets. In
yes,
case we are not
to buy a ticket and book, you can just call me. You write 0701 553597. Then the MTN 0774 8469 then 71. I remain Marcel, private lecturer, the lecturer who lectures a lecture of nature by nature, never torture the nature. If you torture the nature will torture the future. Natural respect and natural love in our nature.
All right, that marks it for that conversation, but we still have a lot more in store for you. We are also having a conversation on fashion, so stick around. Good morning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends friends to form a team of 4 and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Taxation is a bit complicated, and the only way to demystify it and make it as easy to understand and to comply with is through engagement. Is there a limit to the number of cars a returning citizen is bringing into Uganda? Who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business. It is the man who is going to drink this water. We strongly believe that it will only be through such constructive engagement that we'll be able to broaden our tax base and build our country together.
Buza Commissioner. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning. Thank you so much for watching UBC TV, always here to inspire you. And it's Good Morning Uganda, the Friday edition. Now let's talk about fashion. We are with a guest in studio, and that is Winnie Chirabo, who is a fashion designer, one with the plethora and all the wisdom to talk about this particular one. If you love dressing, if you love looking good, I think she's the right person to speak into this matter. Good morning, Winnie.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming to the show.
It's an honor to be here.
Now, this question sounds obvious, but I guess it's also not obvious. How do you define fashion?
I would define fashion as a tool to express yourself.
Okay.
A tool to speak more than just words, basically. That is what fashion is to me.
A tool to speak more than just words.
Yes.
That's profound. I would say that is profound. But what inspires you to start this journey of fashion?
What inspired me was mainly discovering that I loved something about fashion, but I did not know what it was.
Okay.
So initially I started up as a fashion model. And then I realized I was more curious about the clothes I was wearing than actually how high the heels were, or if my work was perfect. I was mainly asking questions. Hey, how did you make this dress? Hey, how do you come up with these ideas? And I thought, I think I'm in the wrong line, so let me divert. But it wasn't something that I knew that I wanted to pursue. I just knew that I'm a woman, I love fashion, just like every other girl, you know, because we play with toys. So obviously you're thinking about, yeah, I'm a girl, we are girls, we love playing with toys and putting on
makeup
and all of that kind of stuff. So initially it was not like something that I thought was that big of a deal. I thought it's what everyone else liked, that is feminine. And then I went into modeling, and then I realized I wanted more. I was not getting the satisfaction out of it that I wanted. And then I joined fashion, and I was like,
you've learned
there is it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that brings me to ask a question. What was your defining moment? Out of all the experiences you had gone through, being a model and trying on clothes here and there, wearing all these heels and makeup, what is that one particular defining moment that struck the rock for you and you realized fashion was it?
That would be when I left Uganda and then went to Spain and then started doing a few pieces here and there, and the response that people were having struck me, because you know, when you graduate, you're like, Kale, let's see where it goes, you know?
Right.
But then at the graduation runway, and immediately someone sees you and they're like, oh, I would like that girl to do her intern with me. And he was like, oh, seriously? Me? Oh, okay. And you do that. And then after that, you do a runway, and then the response is incredible. And it's like, oh, okay. Let's see where it goes.
Right.
So I would say it was right at my graduation is when I realized, like,
you have not wasted your years of school. And
is
right on your screen is some of her works. I am impressed. And in there, I see your story, Roots Collection. Let's talk about this in particular. Roots Collection, your story. What's it about?
Roots was basically a collection that I did to redefine who I was.
Right.
Because a lot of people just knew me as an African designer in Europe, especially because I am living there. So all my clients were like, oh yeah, she is an African designer. But no one really knew exactly where from Africa I was from. So I thought...
Seeing as Africa is a country.
Yeah, exactly. Seeing that Africa is a country, I had to say which region of the country I'm from.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, let's tell them where we're from. So the next collection, I had to do a collection that was Ugandan.
Right.
Because after the black and white, where everyone was like, oh yeah, she's an African designer that mixes up stuff, da, 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 da. And I thought, well, I have to let you know exactly where. So Roots was basically to put a stamp on which part of Africa I'm from.
Yeah.
And it made sense for me to work with the Chitenje in this sense.
Yeah, and especially the Chikoyi.
The Chikoyi, I meant.
Yeah, but I think that Chikoyi is the more defining factor because it's Ugandan, it's unique to Uganda.
Yeah.
Beautiful. If you have questions for Winnie Chirabo, 0709602592 is the WhatsApp number that you are able to engage, especially if you are so interested in matters fashion. As you took the journey of fashion, were there fashion icons that you admired and looked up to?
I would say it will be specifically Iris Van Harper. She has a particular way of playing with fabrics that I think every fashion designer needs to learn about this woman.
Right.
Yeah, and honestly is the one that I would like to sit down and talk with and just understand what are you doing? What is this? How do you come up with this, you know?
Right.
Yeah, it intrigues me.
Yeah.
And in Uganda it will be Kai.
Oh, Kai Devon.
Yes.
Oh, very beautiful guy.
Yes, I think he has such a statement when it comes to fashion, and I appreciate that. I haven't met him, though.
I hope you get the opportunity to chat and just, Kai is beautiful. I agree with you. I do agree with you.
Yes.
Let's look at your first work, your first piece of art, your first introduction into this space. What was your first piece?
My first piece was a half and half design. You know?
Now, speaking Lay language, because if you're not in the fashion industry, one would wonder what is half and half.
Well, half and half in the Wanchirabu language is because we are a mixed culture brand. So I did a dress where I was putting half of it was an African print, and the other half was mainly Occidental fabric.
Okay.
So basically that was, do you know when you're starting, you're trying to see how everything is going to go. You don't know where exactly you are, da, da, da. So I had to make it so literal, you know, like, oh yeah, this is the kind of brand that I'm creating. It's half European and half African, and this is how I want it to look like.
Right.
So it was basically that, half and half. This is who we are. I wanted it to be so literal that when someone sees it, they know.
Right.
And it has been like a defining moment for us as well, that even if someone was to make a half and half in Spain, someone would think it's my design.
Right.
Because that is where people had known me from. It was my first design. Actually, it's one of the designs that I used for my graduation. And from there, every half and half that everyone sees, they call me and they're like,
wine.
I think I saw your design. It's like, oh, that was not mine.
Yeah,
you know, yeah. So that half and half was like, this is it.
Interesting. Now let's look at your brand. What inspires your brand? Every time you sit down to create, what's the foundation of your brand? What is defining you as Wine Chirabo, the brand?
Okay, so basically Wine Chirabo, what I want to say about Wine Chirabo is that it has to have a positive message. Everything. Because when you are living mainly in a country that is full of white people that are not understanding who you are. Most of the fights are real fights of racial abuse and all of these kind of things. And I wanted it to be the positive thing in all of the fight. I wanted it to be like a solution to the fights and not us talking about, yeah, this one did this. Oh yes, when I went to work, this happened. I just wanted it to be like, okay, let's breathe, everyone. All right, perfect.
Let's be the light.
Yeah, so Wine Chirabo is that. It's supposed to be the positive fight, like the solution. Like how do we put ourselves out there in a way that is not, when you talk about fashion as an African, there is a traditional tag that is put on it. And I just wanted it to be on the red carpet in a European standard, I just wanted, like, when someone invites me to talk about fashion and when they're making an introduction to say, African designer that does haute couture, these kind of words are the ones I wanted to put on Africa as a word. I wanted it to be out there in that special way, not just a tag of, yes, they are black, they're being oppressed, da, 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 da. I wanted it to be, oh my God.
So you're changing the narrative.
Exactly.
So that every time an African is in the space, it's we are all people, we're all creating, we're all loving what comes out from the inside of us.
Exactly.
As opposed to what is on the outside to be a narrative.
That's it.
Perfect. Let me read this comment that comes in from Gloria. Gloria from Boyogerere, Uganda. I would like to know, how can someone join her? How is she trying to pull out other young ladies? Can she share her address or contact? Thank you, UBC. How would you answer that?
All right, so if you would like to join us and talk with us and all of that good stuff, it's Wine Chirabo on all platforms, all the social platforms. However, for these 2 months that we've been here, we've been having a mentorship program where we've been working with young artists. And we've been introducing them to print artists, photographers, videographers, all of the good things, all the models, the entire industry. So we've been training them on how to create a collection. What are the stages? How do you go by? So that is what we've been doing here. So unfortunately, you missed out on that, but hopefully on the next one, now that you know about us, you'll be able to tap in and we can work together in that sense. Yesterday, we unfortunately had to wrap everything up at Makere Art Gallery.
Yes.
And basically, that was what we were doing here this entire time.
Right.
We were trying to motivate young artists. How do you push forward? If you want to create a piece that will cross past Uganda, how do you do that? Who are the people you're supposed to work with? How do you present your work to the public? If you want to be noticed as a high quality designer, what are the kind of fabrics you're supposed to work with? All of these good things. But the next one, please just send in your portfolio and we will review it and interest you in it as well. So.
Right, and just state the social media handles and online handles, just in case there are webinars or online workshops. It would be easy for anyone to follow.
So for the social medias, across all of them, it's Wine Chirabo. Now you will write wine with a Y, so that is W-Y-N-E, wine, and then Chirabo, the obvious Chirabo.
Right.
Yes.
Let's look as we begin to bring this to a close, and I'm curious to know what your taste is like as you're designing. Are you on the trending or the unique, peculiar pieces? Or a mix of both?
Well, unfortunately, when you're living in a country where one of the richest person is a fashion designer, which means that every week they release a new collection, and that looks like this, you cannot compete with someone that releases a collection every single week. So it is a bad idea to go trendy. So no, we do not do trends. We do what moves us. So basically that is what we do. We do not follow any trends. Thank you.
On the screen, as you can see, that's some of Wine Chirabo's work. Wine Chirabo is the brand, and the person behind the brand is Winnie Chirabo. I think I'm also curious to know how you know which model fits into what fabric to sell it to the best of your creativity.
What model? I think we look at skin tones, we look at how the color complements the mood of that person in a particular moment. So when we are looking for, like, for instance, the design that you're seeing over there, it was meant to be a design that will carry more of that Africanness, you know, because the pink and its brightness, if you are not having kind of a warm tone, there is a way you can disappear on your skin, and it will make you look sick and all of that. So there is so much history about color that if we are to go into that topic, it will take forever, because the colors that you wear, they can make you look absolutely beautiful because they will warm you up. All of a sudden, all your cheekbones will show up and all the deep tones will come out. And then there are colors that when you wear them, you will look really like droopy and sick and all of that kind of stuff. So color is really, really crucial.
Really
yeah. So when we're choosing a model, we have to think about that. Like, oh, it's white. So if you are warm toned, you may not look as good as the one that is cool toned because it will kind of bring out all the freckles and all the little beauty things that are hidden.
Right. I am looking forward to when we can always have you more often so that we talk about all the detail in fashion, because I mean, we all love to look good, and making the right choices when looking good is quite pertinent. What are your parting shots?
I would just want to say, if you love fashion, go for it. If you love art, go for it. Now, I just want you to remember that fashion is a business. Do not look at it as a hobby. When you look at it as a hobby, you will work on it as a hobby, and that will make it go down every single moment, because you will give it second thoughts, not first thought. So think about it as a business, and I promise you, if Zara is the richest man, one of the top 5 richest people on the planet, and is a fashion house, you can also be that. The reason that's why he's richer than your mindset is because he thinks about it as a business. So start thinking about your art as a business, and you will make it out of it.
All right. Start thinking about your art as a business. It will make sense, a lot more sense for you. Thank you, Wine Cherable.
You're welcome, sir.
That's been Wine Cherable for you, and thank you so much for being on the show. This is Good Morning Uganda. Still does continue. We still have a lot in store for you. Good morning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Taxation is a bit complicated, and the only way to demystify it and make it as easy to understand and to comply with is through engagement. Is there a limit to the number of cars a returning citizen is bringing into Uganda? Who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business. It is the man who is going to drink this water. We strongly believe that it will only be through such constructive engagement that we'll be able to broaden our tax base and build our country together.
Buza Kamiso now. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
This August, Africa gathers again. The passion, the pride, the beautiful game. It's Chan 2025. At the heart of the action, Uganda, the Pearl of Africa stands ready, not just with a world-class stadium, but with open arms for every African nation. Nambole and its floodlights are already welcoming. From Kampala to Karamoja, our stadium is set. The pitch is perfect, the stage is built, and the spirit of Uganda is unmatched. Come feel the rhythm, taste the warmth, and witness hospitality like no other. Uganda welcomes all of Africa for a Chan like never before. Chan 2025. Unity, passion, victory. And it's all happening right here in Uganda. Don't just watch history. Be part of it.
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, and sensitization of the public from the various sources, such as inspirational profiles.
Having a disability is not inability.
Every Friday 9 p.m., it's one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings to MPs that voted for?
Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, you can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
My friend Baka was found to be positive for Mpox at his old age. He needs our prayers. By the way, Timo, did you know that Mpox-related deaths occur among people with underlying conditions like HIV/AIDS, diabetes, malnutrition, and other old age-related illnesses?
Of late, I've not been following Mpox issues. I thought it wasn't that serious. So, are you saying that as long as one has any underlying condition and feels unwell, just run to the hospital?
Yes! You do not have to wait. If you have any of the signs and symptoms like a body rash, a fever, headache, and body weakness, visit your nearest health facility immediately. We do not have to take any chances, my brother.
We need to immediately inform our peers in the club to be careful.
You see, with Mpox, the magic is in getting treatment early. Those who have suffered severe disease, they wasted a lot of time either treating themselves or ignoring the disease.
Save your life. Seek treatment early. Only from professional health workers whenever you feel unwell. For more information about Mpox, call a Ministry of Health toll-free line on 0800 1066 or send a free SMS to UReport on 8500. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health Uganda with support from UNICEF, WHO, and its partners.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the rider selection campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala, 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
This August, Africa gathers again. The passion, the pride, the beautiful game. It's Chan 2025. And the heart of the action, Uganda, the Pearl of Africa stands ready. Not just with a world-class stadium, but with open arms for every African nation. Nambole and its floodlights are already welcoming. From Kampala to Karamoja, our stadium is set. The pitch is perfect, the stage is built, and the spirit of Uganda is unmatched. Come feel the rhythm, taste the warmth, and witness hospitality like no other. Uganda welcomes all of Africa for a Chan like never before. Chan 2025. Unity, passion, victory. And it's all happening right here in Uganda. Don't just watch history. Be part of it.
The stage is set, the teams are ready, and your voice could be the difference. Come wave your flag, sing your song, and back your favorite team as they battle for glory in the Total Energies CAF African Nations Championship 2024, right here on home soil.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning, Uganda. It's a Friday, and as every Friday, we always have a lot of entertainment content just to usher you into the weekend. Officially, we've had lots of it from the morning, and we still do have lots of it until the end. Now in studio with me is a musician. He is a musician, audio producer, songwriter, mix engineer, and he is here with us to speak to us about his talent. He's a lot of talent, a lot of hats he wears, and a lot of creativity in him. His name is Jen, and he's in studio with me to talk to us. Good morning, Jen.
Yes, good morning to you.
How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome to UBC.
I'm so grateful to be here.
All right, right. How do you handle all of these platforms of creativity? A musician, and a sound engineer,
True.
a producer, all of it. How do you deal with it at the same time?
Yeah, sure. I try as much as I can, but I think I started at an early age.
Right.
That helped me to grasp a lot of courses through the sound, the writing, and the production part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which one is your best out of all the hats that you wear?
Actually, one helps the other.
Okay.
One is minor. Production, it seems minor, at the same time seems major, but helps the other.
Right.
Production helps music, writing music. So me, basically, I consider music as the bigger version of it all, then production being just a sector.
All right.
Yeah.
But if you
or a tool.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
that's profound.
to use.
But if you are asked to focus on one, and probably you are on gunpoint, and you are asked between music and sound producing and engineering, choose the best that you could follow through with throughout the rest of your life.
Throughout the rest of my life? That would be singing, I think, because I think I can get a producer who can do what I can do, but I feel like maybe lyrically and musically there is something I need to be doing for my own self.
And speaking of which, lyrically and musically, what inspires your art?
Yeah, my art was inspired by a lot of creators at first. In the early ages, the likes of Nessim, Atin, Bomba, then the Nigerians. Yeah.
And before we even go any further, it's beautiful to know a bit about you, but tell us more about who Jene is and how he starts his journey of music.
Well, Jene is a musician and is a sound engineer, is a writer, is a producer, and a melody writer, beat maker, all that. Actually, I call myself music. Jene music. I'm music.
Your
I'm
music
the whole
itself.
music. Yeah. Yes. Well, I started when I'm still young. Actually, I started doing production on my phone. Yeah. Then later on a small PC for a lot of years. Then later in a small studio in my house for a lot of years, actually for around 7 years. Then later released my album in 2024, the California album. And meanwhile, I've been working with Nandolove on the animal projects, the wildlife, the zoo, the Chinawolovu, Mpologuma, Mbarasi, Mbuzi. Yeah, that's what
you produced all of this music?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, I produce as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Aside Nandolove, which other artists have you produced
Kin
music
Bella, Tonesipata. Yeah, there is Guna, Sasida. Yeah,
right, all of these artists you've produced music for.
Sure.
Alrighty, that is Jene for you, an amazing artist who has worked with a plethora of artists behind the scenes as a producer, but he also does his own music. And it's on this note that we choose to allow you bless us with some of your music and then bless us. I know you have an upcoming project.
Yeah, I have a show in Fort Potro.
Yes, let's talk about the show.
Yeah, actually I'm making rounds across the entire Western Uganda. We went to Hoima, we made Magic and History. It was on 10th May. Now this 24th of August, Sunday, we are going to Fort Potro at Fort City Valley Gardens. Nandolove will be there, Kin Bella, Pavin, Muzamiru, Good Luck, Jene Music Masof. A lot of fun.
And what fee is attached to it?
Ordinary 10K, 50K VIP, a table gold table at 300K, then platinum table at 500K.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, be there at the concerts and the tour that he's having in Western Uganda. For now, be convinced by his music because it is good, all right? Jeanette, take us away.
Okay. Omukaru koku mama haliyo kumwana amazima bozo omutima gwona there are these little things I do, baby. Enulabota ligita iwe ibyone bitwara gaine olitwara katima tekoti. Baby girl, I don't know if you understand me. Hey, you're my real best friend. Enulabota make me stay. Baby, I promise to keep you safe. Baby girl, I don't know if you understand me. Atitu wane, enulavu kugifuna mutu wane. Ijonjungire yesande, ukakukukubuza notuzane. Never leave me someday. Iwo utatanikire hamu foundation. Oh no, I don't know if you understand me. Enulabota ligita iwe byone bitwara gaine wiwu litwara katima baby girl, I don't know if you understand me. yeah. You're my real best friend. And no love it a mistake. I promise to keep you safe. Baby, I don't know if you understand me. And no love it a ligita wenkoti. Ebitwara gaine naiwenti. Olitwara gatimbe. Baby, I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah, this goes out to all my Fopoto fans. Julie Fort.
Omukaro koku mazima boto aliyoku mwana amazima wewe Omtima gwona boto guba mwogo mwana Atika ngambe tata na mama abaguru sibazitwale Tura magoko wanyu tukwita kimuli change tukutwale Zanjwa mama baby wentura Engonzi zanjwa no baby wentura Oburungi buzarwa ono wanga kazarwa oh baby amaisoga wagenyana ono mwana kakura isenkatyo nakahana anyo chande nunjura byone byawe mari mbimara nkafuna iwe mari nkamarwa izanjwa bozo baby wentura engonzi zanjwa no baby wentura
Ebirebe kweza bina aga Sunday tujja kuba Fort City Valley Gardens nimba kunga nywena mwije. Let's be there. Nando Love najja kuba Yokin Bella, Pavin, Muzamiru, Vien Rico, Good Luck. Abana bona bajja kuba MC Ching Chong, MC Dropper. Come, let's catch a vibe at Fort City Valley Gardens. I'll be waiting for you, my friends. Love you so much.
Jene kwenda chatule today what I'm feeling kinyikaire mu mutwe kuruga wikeri ekando te fora bize nangwa tuli mu meeting ebire biule bebe I do the eating yes you do you complete me shore umenifanya kamulevi selewe utapapa bambite kirizi nyange ntumaona okugonza omurungi tinda yange overload tinchafu noturo buli bungamba kubya mani byanga tinchafu noturo overloading tinchafu noturo buli bungamba kubya mani byanga tinchafu noturo Obikengere baby tell me darling if you have some feelings for me otanjoge sama iso lover ole engombe kangiteire mama yes you do shore umenifanya kamule evi selewe utapapa bambite kiri nyange ntumaona okugonza omurungi tinda yange overloading tinchafu noturo buli bungamba kubyama tinchafu noturo overload 40 poto tinchafuno turo tinchafuno turo kwenda chatule today what I'm feeling kinyikaire mu mutwe kuruga wikeri ekando te fora bize nangwa tuli mu meeting ebire biule bebe overload mulete jamu 40 poto ebiro abiri nabina Agasti overload mukakikenga kubi sente zomumpali akwenda nkokuoli muchifuna bubyeyo akwagala nga buli ekindi okwenda kibebe sente zo tulizikora as we meant to win. Custom Palavu baby. Shout out to Nando Love and her new song Ndogoi is out. Ndogoi, go check out Ndogoi. Takwenda bingi akudoze ngonzi sagala bingi Custom Palavu mubungi baby love mubungi akatono kulinawo kamala kululunkana akako kamala umura ndikusensera umura undifuna sente ndikuletera akiki wange akiki wange takwenda bingi mulavu akudoze ngonzi sagala bingi Custom Palavu mubungi baby love mubungi mukakikenga kubi mulavu sente zomumpali akukwenda ngokoli akwenda ngokoli akatono kolesewo kamala sigenda kululunkana akako kamala ekindi okwenda kibebe sente zo tulizikora papachiye itakwenda bingi mulavu akudoze ngonzi sagala bingi Custom Palavu mubungi pepe Yo, mwebale muno bambi abagonzebwa abantu betu bamasindi Fort Potro Hoima. Thank you very much for loving Jene music. And as I've told you, Nando Love has a new song, Ndogoi is already out, produced by me, Jene, and we are back to the zoo. And ebekweza abana abana bomuka tubeo ha Fort City Valley Gardens. I'll be very happy to perform for you. It will be a big vibe with Nando Love, King Bella, Pavin, Muzamiru, bona abana ngemko rao mbaza kuwayo. Thank you very much. Love you.
Live from UPC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
This August, Africa gathers again. The passion, the pride, the beautiful game. It's Chan 2025. And the heart of the action Uganda, the Pearl of Africa stands ready, not just with a world-class stadium, but with open arms for every African nation. Nambole and its floodlights are already welcoming. From Kampala to Karamoja, our stadium is set. The pitch is perfect, the stage is built, and the spirit of Uganda is unmatched. Come feel the rhythm, taste the warmth, and witness hospitality like no other. Uganda welcomes all of Africa for a Chan like never before. Chan 2025, unity, passion, victory, and it's all happening right here here in Uganda. Don't just watch history, be part of it.
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwao.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, and sensitization of the public from the various sources such as inspirational profiles.
Having disability is not inability.
Every Friday 9 p.m. it's one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwao.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings to MPs that voted for?
Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, you can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *1